All right, welcome to the channel. I got my special guest, Cristian Aguilar, and I know we're going to talk about a ton. So, Cristian, tell us where you were 6 weeks ago and where you're at now.
Dude, 6 weeks ago, I was working at Panda Express. And I remember like a week, let's say 7 weeks ago, I remember just getting in my car and just praying to God, God, I do not want to work here anymore. And this is funny because that morning, it was a Sunday, there was a sermon at church and it said, make your request to God, but with conviction. And that's exactly what I did. I made that request like I do not want to work here anymore. Please, God, get me out of this job. A week later, it was crazy. Um, I had a friend who was running a Instagram camp. Essentially, it was like a 4-day retreat at a mansion, and so I went ahead and he asked me, "Hey, I need a videographer for this 4-day retreat." And so I went ahead and went there. The thing is, I had work lined up, so I did the normal thing and I quit my job.
Fuck yeah.
um,
We'll share more into this.
but before that, I should say, like, quite literally, like a couple of days before that, I had just been hypnotized
Hmm?
by one of my friends,
Yeah,
Christy.
what's her name? She's actually the episode right before you, magically.
Yeah,
So it'll really help momentum. Like, pay attention to Christy's episode. Here's a live testimonial.
yeah, like Christy Wynn. She's a hypnotist here in Austin, and we just did a session together. I've known her for about a year now, and we finally did a session, and my life just completely changed after that. Like I went ahead and quit my job. In that 4-day retreat, I learned a lot about like just how business owners are making money through Instagram, like lead magnets, like how to actually grow your social media and being around other people making content. And through those people there, I actually found about this thing called Internet Marketing Party.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm a member there. I
uh,
haven't seen you there, but I mean, Josh Terry, Spencer Burnett, Ox, like, we're all in it.
yeah, it was my first time hearing about
You'll have
it.
to come to Brain Jam too. Remind me on Fridays after the New Year.
Bram Jam, let me
Yeah.
know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first time hearing about it. My roommate, he went from 2,000 to 55,000 followers in the past year. His name is David Reads Fast on Instagram. He's
Mhm.
been like a mentor for me for the past year.
Awesome. So you found a good person in your life.
Yeah, and he's been there multiple times, but for the first time told me about it.
Uh huh.
So we went there, and the way it was set up, actually, like I actually wasn't even, I didn't even pay to get in. So the way I got into Internet Marketing Party, I met a guy at the Graham Camp, actually, where his name was Silas, and he connected me to David Gonzalez and told him, "Hey, I have this young kid. He's ambitious. Just quit his job. He he'll edit some videos for you if he can get in there and just like get some couple videos there." And so I got in there for free,
That's dope.
and there, you know how it was. The night went. The way the night went was, you go around. There's a speaker, and there was multiple groups. So when I got there, I actually met a guy at the door. His name is Ryan Kohler, and there,
No? Good.
the guy that I met, I feel like it was pure faith because not only did I meet him at the door, but in our group, he was like when we were able to split in our group, I was number 3. He was number 3 as well.
Oh yeah.
I went around that group and I pitched myself. I said, I'm a 21-year-old. I've slept in my car. I've knocked doors. I've started a business, lost money, and I just quit my job. And I am looking for any way to make rent. And so, any connection you could connect me with, anything. And so, this is in front of like a full circle of like just other guys that are making way more money than me. And I just went ahead and pitched myself. Ryan saw that, and I went to talk to him after the group. And he told me about his thing that he's doing, helping implement AI into businesses. And off of that conversation, he hired me. And so after that, it's just been a
Good.
crazy past 3 weeks. So a week after that, so the very next day, he wired me my monthly, like he literally, I was like, how am I gonna pay rent? The next day, he wires me $2,000 to my bank account,
Yep.
like a G.
I love it.
And so even more, the next week, he paid for me to go to an AI Mastermind,
Yeah.
Joe Stolti, and there, Joe Stolze essentially has a Prime Elite where there's a bunch of 6, 7, 8 figure CEOs there learning about AI. Like he paid $10,000 for me to be there.
Yeah.
Like,
And then where did I meet you at even? Like, I guess.
so a week later after that, he paid for me to be at another mastermind. This was Alex Moscow's event Profit Engine,
Yeah.
and that's exactly where I met you.
Yeah, and we mirrored each other. I said, dude, you look like a future billionaire. And you said, you look like one too. So, like, let's document it here. When you see a B after our net worth, we knew it.
Oh, yeah. So my thing is, I know I'm going to be a billionaire one day.
Yeah,
Like,
I know
I
you
know
will.
it. And there's been many people in my life that kind of pushed the idea back. But it's just like, I'm now stepping more into that.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I met you, it was like, we spoke the same language.
Yeah,
like,
no, 100%. That's what we mirrored each other. Like, I mirrored everybody I talked to in that event. But, like, you want to know how I got into that event? This is funny. This will blow your mind. Is Spencer Burnett and I partnered. I was his videographer. He was going to be on stage there. He told me to be a sponsor and to pay $1,000. And I said, no way. I was like, I can't sell behind a table. I was like, I'm your partner, so I'm already in. But so that I get to watch the mastermind, tell Alex I'll trade him a 30-second video to recap it. But guess who performed on stage the longest that entire event? I was performing while I was walking around. Even though I wasn't on stage, I was filming. Everybody saw me. I was in the way. The video is sick. But then it's like everybody in that room met me. 125 people will see the recap video when they posted and who created it. So I already sold that entire room and made 10 connections for my online community by leveraging my skill set to be in the room through the person who got me in the room. But it's like endless value created for Alex, but it's even like how much he was charging people to be on stage. I wasn't on stage. I was performing.
whoa. Wait, that's actually really smart what you did there.
Yeah. Because,
Wait, that was intentional.
yeah, it's very intentional. And Spencer's like, let's see, like, I'll see if it works. And I was like, it will. And it's like I did the same thing as you did with God and Panda Express. You asked, you didn't beg, you demanded, and you said, when you give it to me, I'm going to use it and I'm going to help people with it. It's exactly what I did. But I told Spencer, I was like, make sure this happens. That's the only way I'm showing up. And I know Alex loves my style because two people sold me to him a couple weeks before it, and I couldn't go because I was too exhausted, and I honored myself. And I might have pissed Alex off a little bit. I kind of felt that. But I was also at the end of the event, I was like, dude, I see you as a DJ and I'd love to help you. And it's like, look at the magic of the words and the well-placedness, and it's very authentic. They can feel it.
Yeah.
But I also know my power and my gifts, and I love helping people, and I love being vulnerable. And if you're vulnerable towards me, I have a lot of gifts to share with you.
You know what's interesting? That word right there, authenticity.
Yeah.
Like, I'm meeting a lot of millionaires, a lot of like just 6, 7, 8 figure, 9 figure CEOs, and I'm a 21-year-old who quite literally like should not be able to talk to these people.
Yeah.
At least that's what I.
No, you're in the room with them.
I what I believe this was the mental shift for me. I do belong.
Yeah.
And
if you're seeing them, you belong.
And I am just worthy. I am worthy to be in the room.
Yep.
And so what those people love is the authenticity.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to be perfect. In fact, I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
And they love that. They love that the authenticity.
You know what's crazy too is after the event, I went to film Spencer in the event, but I know how to film events. So I know how to shoot specific moments and wait for them. And I know at times they're like, why isn't he filming? And I'm like, I know what I'm doing. But then it's like at the meeting Monday after the event, Spencer's like, dude, your name was endlessly dropped. And I endlessly showed up for different people and they didn't ask me to. I just am very intuitive and I felt they needed help. And I'm like, generosity opens up many doors. If I trust and leave with vulnerability, create connections, and they see my love, dude, that's all I need.
Yeah,
and it gets me in
I
anywhere.
think it's very rare. I think I don't think I've even internalized how rare that is. But like the fact that it's rare when it's seen, people talk. Like it spreads like like wildfire.
And saying nothing is saying something. Like this is the first time I've shared it because it fits the theme, but it's not like I'm going around like, yeah, I'm the guy who saved it. No, I was being very authentic to myself, even though I wasn't being paid, even though I had a trade. I saw people who needed help and I led with vulnerability to help them because it felt authentic to me and my authority and I wasn't stepping out of alignment. And it's like if you, and what you're getting at too is like, this is huge for you, is like if you're authentic and aligned, dude, like your energy is spinning so fast, people find you. You don't have to find them. And even today, you're like, sorry, I'm late. Dude, I was running so behind. I created space and it worked out perfectly. That's where I was like, oh shit, he's coming over now. And then I was like, oh, perfect, you're running behind. And then I'm on the phone call with this girl, Jody, and I'm like, by the way, notice that he says he's this far behind and we're that far over. Like, when you honor your alignment and your authority, dude, you create other people work around your schedule. So it's like you actually had to like mold the mind because I was behind. But it's like super cool when you have those two things because nobody can take it from you and you know exactly what to do with it.
That's insane.
Mhm.
Ha-
But
You,
it's like, see how fast you were able to jump because you found your authenticity and alignment. Which
yeah.
is like, I mean, anybody watching, like, you all have access to it. You don't need $1 million. You don't need a website. Hell, you could even work at Panda Express and then, like, God, get me out of here. This is not for me. Maybe that's all God's waiting for. But you asked, you used it, you pulled in other people, and you created more abundance with it.
No, and to even speak more on that season, right? Like during that whole season where I was working at Panda Express, like you could ask all my coworkers, I always came in with the most positive attitude.
Yep.
Like I even came in trying to serve other people there.
Yeah.
Like cuz I had faith. Like I slept in my car, I've knocked doors, I made 50,000 through one business and I lost that money. It's just like to me it's I've been around multiple millionaires over the past year, and I grew up in a house with like 14 people in one house.
Yeah. No,
Like
I can feel the hustle and like,
I-
but it's even where you're getting at is I love this saying is like I feel like God puts us in the opposite corner of where we belong.
oh yeah,
Because the greatest test in life is like number one, we have a soulmate who mirrors us. They're in that opposite corner too. But it's like we can't identify each other because trauma is transferred when the baby gets a heartbeat from the mother.
yeah,
So then it's like one might unfold it but not recognize the other. But it's like this one ascends, it triggers this one to open, and when they can see each other. But it's also like when you step into your purpose, when you're fully aligned, when you know your power, that's when your mate comes in. Alex said it. It's like your net worth will triple because you're calling it in because they don't show up to help you figure it out. Nobody will save you. Andrew Crozy dropped that on the first episode. But it's like when you save yourself, when you're in full alignment, when you do what you know you're supposed to do, and when you can smile in hell and grab friends and say, let's smile together, dude, you just unlocked the universe because you passed all the tests. Even though you know you're going to be a billionaire and you're working at Panda Express, like, how do you, like, I can feel, I know you're going to be one too. It's like, same thing. It's like, I'm worth less than 10K right now. But dude, and first day of January, I'm making 100K. First month, I'll probably hit a mil after 3 months. I'll hit a mil by my birthday. But it's like knowing that, and you can sense it when I say it, right? It's
yeah.
coming back
I
to
can
me.
sense it.
But
Yeah,
even like since I've shifted and since you've shifted, when we start saying stuff, people listen. They can feel the truth in our voice. We don't have to sell. We don't have to do anything. They're just like, we're showing up being ourselves and we're sharing as much information as we can with people who are willing to listen to it. That's even this right here.
yeah.
And it's like, it's not sexy. It's very simple, but that's the intentionality behind it.
And what's great about all of this is there's what can't be looked over is like that whole time period of like failing and failing and failing and failing. But it was never failure.
Nope.
It's lessons.
Yeah.
You have to look at it as like I had to go through that to learn all those multiple lessons to get me to where I am today. And it's just once you find that actual alignment, that someone told me this at a conversation over a phone call. And it was like once you find an alignment, you just move like mountains.
Yeah, I mean, I would consider where I'm at right now in Godspeed. Like, it's so fast, I would be spinning out if it was the old me. But it's like, even before, like, you come in, I'm on a call, I'm switching to you, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm taking a shower. And I love it because I love being all over the place. And
Yeah.
I have ADHD and it used to tank me, but now it's fun to play with. I create minimal structure. I even go to the grocery store and we'll just buy random stuff without a plan of what I'm cooking
Uh-huh.
because I love to be creative. Then I'm like, all right, what are we making tonight? And it's like I get to be creative with my dinner. And it's like no matter how much money I have, I'll always go to the grocery store and I'll always do like human things because I love it. Like I will never let money or success allow me not to go to the grocery store. You know, I love doing these very basic things and it's part of my authenticity. But
Mhm.
I know spots in the world I can go, luckily through I traveled in the past that are very remote and people don't go there. And I was like, man, no wonder I went there. But it's like we have everything we need always in front of us, just whether we realize it or not. And a lot of it is just self-awareness. It's like self-awareness leads to mastery, but a master has to be a master of mastery.
Such a crazy thing you just pointed out. Like literally yesterday, where I was at church and they talked about this, like
Mhm.
self awareness. Like
Yeah, welcome to
it's
mirroring.
like you have it right on point. Like we get what we get based on what we're aware of, and it brought up an interesting question in my mind, like, what am I currently unaware of, and how can I put focus towards
Dude,
it?
you want me to answer that? Have you ever read the story of the egg?
No.
You're the only one here. I'm a mirror of your reflection of your personal experience as an avatar. You can't prove my existence or personality, but we're in a room where we're mirroring each other, and I'm a mirror behind you. And if you've ever seen two mirrors, it goes on forever. That's your network and the people in your life. And like people who have a sliver of my mirror are in your mirrors too. And it's
Uh-huh.
why our networks are meshing because we're all interacting with one another, having a personal experience.
Yeah.
But as like you're bringing an experience to the reality we're playing in, and I am, and that creates this conversation. It has both of our experiences. And then when you leave, like you leave your imprint in my life, but then it fades away slowly, and then I see you again, and it brings it back.
Yeah.
And it's like that's the coolest thing about mirroring. It's very complex, but it's like the story of the egg is a very simple one-page reader. And he's like, God, why did you kill me? Like I didn't get to say goodbye to my family. And the story's like, you're the only one there. You didn't have a family. You were just literally witnessing yourself at many different angles to understand yourself on a level. So it's like when you're at Panda, even though you're high vibe, you might have been mirroring a lot of people and you're like, God, why don't they believe in themselves? Why aren't they doing what they need to with their life? You're witnessing yourself. But now you're mirroring me and it's like you're on your billionaire timeline and I am too, because we're both talking about it. When I met you, that's how I knew you were on it. So I was like, dude, you look like a billionaire. You do too. Perfect. We're mirroring at a great event that taught us how to make a lot of money. Like you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But we even had the same route to get in there, essentially through the vine.
Yeah.
And it's like, how crazy is that story? Hearing it on the flip side, and it's always like, you can look forward in life. I always tend to look backwards in life because once I see how things come together, all we're doing is tightening the system to move forward with. Yeah.
Hold on. That's a lot to unpack right there.
You don't even think about it now. It's like
Yeah.
it'll process, and when it appears, you'll know it. It's something you can't create. You just have to be aware of. But awareness is key. Like when I'm driving around, I'll see numbers. There's 3 numbers and one's off. That's a sign that somebody's a partner with me. And then when I see other numbers,
I've heard of stuff like that.
yeah, my team throws me numbers like crazy when I drive. But when I drive, when I take a shower, and when I walk, I channel. So when I'm stuck, I do one of those 3 things. So when I'm editing a video and I'm like, oh, I can't fix it, I go for a walk. And I fix it when I come back very easily.
So speaking on like content, right? What's been like your experience? I don't know much of your story. Like,
My experience on content, so I used to be a nurse. I have a bi degree, a nursing degree. I did a 1-year nursing program. Then I dropped out of nurse practitioner school with a 4.0 halfway through. I failed the drug test, passed the test of life. I was ready to get out, but I wasn't going to leave. I'm very resilient. So I got the rug pulled out from under me. But if you don't want the rug pulled out, leave when you get the sign. And then from there, I was like, nursing isn't my thing. I had a camera and I shot photos as a kid. So then I took a nursing contract, made $2,000 a week tax free in New Hampshire. Bought a drone for $1,000, called myself a videographer, started making $3,000 off that $1,000 drone, was shooting content for my own company, which I'm rebranding here as a holding company. It'll be a nonprofit, but it was all the failures of the test. That was the path I walked. I self-trained myself as a videographer, editor, photographer, audio, YouTube, like every platform, helped grow people really quickly and realized I was like, man, I'm pretty good. I turned somebody from 50K a year to 250K a year.
yeah.
And I created the videos, but he put the systems in place. Now he's a good friend that lives here too. He actually moved here before me, and I was like, man, I think I need to move there. But it was like, this was a repeating cycle. And when I was at that
So you were
nurse,
shooting and editing the videos?
yeah, and now
Were you also doing like ideation, or they?
So I started strategy afterwards. It's like I got really good at video, and then photo was a hobby, but that I got really good at too. Then I was like editing them all. And then all my friends who went to film school, I started out selling and marketing them because they're operators. I'm an entrepreneur. They would give me shit. And I was like, good, thank you for helping me remember what I need to do. And now I serve them work because I know how to be present. I know how to talk to camera. I'm charismatic. I'm an entrepreneur, but they made fun of it. And now I'm like, you want to be fed this week? But I don't hold it above their heads. I'm like, remember that shit you said to me? Aren't you grateful I'm sending you work now? But I don't have to say it because I'm like, yeah, but it's like the path I walked was self-taught. It was long. It was hard. You know, from when I quit as a nurse, everybody said, go back to nursing. And I felt it was wrong. So I stayed with it. I was broke as shit, like barely made rent multiple times.
As a nurse?
Yeah, no, when I quit nursing, I just abandoned it and was making like $250 a video. Like I started very small. Then I got my worth. Then I got better at it. Then I learned all the systems. Then I started strategizing.
Compound effect started.
Yeah. And then people were telling me niche down. And I'm like, I am the niche. I'm sampling. And I knew it. I read the book Range by David Epstein.
Mm,
It teaches you to learn a bunch of skills, then niche down and be the expert with all the skills because nobody can replace me. I'm very unique
that's a
and I
wow.
know it. So I can charge what I want. And my offer, I'll show you this after this, is like in 10 minutes, I'll blow your mind with 2 triangles, a piece of paper, and a pen. That's my 10K in 10 minutes offer. And it blows minds. And I know that, but it's the confidence in my voice comes from the path I walked where I was endlessly beat up. I endlessly was shit on. I still smiled. I still held it. And even though people were like, Chris, niche down, I'm like, I am the niche. I'm not stopping. And then I got to Austin and it was like, cool. So now I sell work. I charge more for videographers. I feed them. I don't have to touch a camera or an edit, and I make more than the person who does all the work. Like, that's entrepreneurship. But I don't leverage it for money now. Now it's like I need time to create to help other people. So that's how I leverage it, but I'm not being opportunistic with it. Because at the ethos, love or vulnerability, love, trust, connection. That's all I'm after. And those are my 4 simple words. And it's like I was able to build all that through walking the path that I endlessly did it until I looked backwards and was like, what happens when, oh, a lot of money follows when I do these 4 things? And I noticed it, but that's my code. Everybody has a different one. But it's like when you can look backwards and realize, man, when did that person show up in my life? What was I doing? How was I acting? And what did I do before they showed up? You unlock your key to success. And like everybody has different ones, but
That's really good.
because my 10-minute offer, I walk you through an exercise that makes it very present. It's a subconscious one, but it puts it out on the paper and it works instantly. And then you can apply it to any algorithm, any AI tool set. You can apply it to whatever you want. It's very modular and there's no strategy behind it besides knowing yourself very well and how you operate.
That's a killer offer.
Yeah, dude, thank you.
That's a killer. Yeah, you told me you sent me. I saw the message.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll need to talk more after this.
Yeah, I think you're in that
Good.
community, and that community is like 10 really strong people. And my goal for 2026, so like people can understand
Mhm.
this, is like I want to work with my 10 best friends and 10 high vibe people, because when I'm in that vibration, we're mirroring one another. We're spinning it so tightly, like we are attracting more by
Yeah,
just being together than actually creating
I
work.
agree.
So we're in effortless flow, we're in alignment, and we're in our authenticity, dude.
I mean,
That's where
this is
magic
why
happens.
masterminds are created.
Yep.
Like you get in the
It is. So my offer is a mastermind. That's like the
uh,
mastermind behind
so
the mastermind.
I'm also creating a mastermind as
Good.
well. Yeah, on like just the space right now with AI. There's so many different other stuff like
Dude, I got 9 people you can test it with. That's the offer inside the offer. It's like we all are bringing in a really cool tool, but we can practice with one another in it and work with selling it to clients.
yeah, and especially content. That's the my biggest focus that I want this year. Like over the past year, I've just seen I've posted over 120 reels on Instagram. One of them actually went viral, got 477,000
I haven't
views.
had a video go viral. That's how I know my
Guess
position
what the
is the
hook was?
spotlight. What was it?
I was in my Panda Express uniform.
Dude, you are a panda. You were a panda in a past life. I see it. I love it.
I was in my Panda Express uniform after work. It's so fun. Yeah, it was literally after work in my car. Uh, that- that's crazy. I didn't even realize
Well,
that.
yeah, we'll have to tag it because it's like even in having this conversation, you should put some bamboo in your apartment. Like it's a very good omen for you. It's like
Yeah,
you see my apartment. I got a birds in paradise, monstera, and money tree. So that's big bird, elefante, and moolah. But I even name them because I can connect with them, and
yeah,
it's so much fun to be around them. But also, like when I put them in my apartment, I was editing.
yeah.
This big one, dude, it brought a vibe. Like I saw it in a Daniel Dalen video, and he's a very charismatic creator, and he's very heart led. And I was like, dude, he's got one. I've been thinking about it. I put one in my office, dude. My edits got really fun. Work got really fun because
Yeah, so after like I'm seeing your like I need to upgrade my setup to get in work mode.
yeah,
Like this is like a hack because I'm around a lot of people that are very high performing.
you are
They
too.
get in. I'm a high performer, but
Yeah,
I'm trying to get to another level.
yeah,
And
you're on your
so
way.
yeah, and so yeah, I agree. I'm gonna
Yeah.
set that up.
Because even like my ethos is this department, people can't see it as much, but it's like I know I love nature and I never stop moving and nature doesn't either. So I brought nature with me. And these all came from Kansas City. Like I repotted them
I
before I
love that.
moved them
I love
because
that.
they're my children
Yeah.
and they're important people in my life that are helping me do what I do. And it's like I know the laws of relativity to a degree other people don't, that I know these are spirits in here that are like helping me. And all I have to do is water them and take care of them and talk to them like a person.
That's awesome. I'm taking that. But here's a lesson I wanted to
Yeah, so
share.
you
Like so
got
the hook
5 minutes left.
The
Hit
hook
us.
the hook in that viral video was, if you're in your 20s, you should be working 80 to 100-hour work weeks.
I love it.
So I was working at Panda Express and I was working a sales job at that time. I was on the phone upselling supplements and fitness coaching. I sold $2,000 packages on the phone, like pure like cold. Like they had just only bought a $50 product and I sold them $2,000.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I was also working at Panda Express like 30 hours. So that period of my life showed me I can work very hard, and I just know whenever I got out that season that whatever thing I'm gonna work on, I'm gonna work just as hard, continuing going. Because now I have my limit right there.
Dude, you're giving gold to people. And it's like, because it's almost like you knew there's this invisible wall holding you back, but you kept putting it. So when the door opened, it's like you have all that momentum. It's like being on a drag strip and having a trans brake. It's like, yeah, it releases at 9,000 RPM. So like ramp it up as close to that. So when the light turns green, you're ready to go. And it's like overnight success looks like it happens overnight, but it's from 10 years of grinding and hustling and busting your ass that success happens at a moment.
Yeah.
But it's like 10 years creates one moment. But also when you hit success, do you stop and get comfortable or do you keep going?
Yep.
And it's like, I know I will never retire because I love what I do.
I love work.
Yeah,
I love to work.
It's not even work though. It's fun.
It's fun. It's see, that's the thing. It's not work. It's literally what I like to do.
Exactly.
Like, and other people have other things that they like, and that's okay. But I'm learning it's okay to like what I like.
Yeah, well, because you know you're 5% that you contribute to the world. And
Yeah.
it's like, as much as it's sad, like people need to work at Amazon, people need to work wherever they are because it fits their lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're keeping the world going round, but we're all playing our part and we all play different parts in every life or whatever you believe in. It's just like, but I know I play the same part in every life and it's very clear of who I am, but it's like, it's very simple to remember who you are and do it again and again because we do it time and time again.
Yeah.
It's just like,
and then one more lesson out of that video, the reason that video went so viral is because there was two sides of it. There was the entrepreneur, growth-minded people that saw the video and normal people. So a lot of people that video got a ton of hate. But on the other side, like my entrepreneurial friends, like who have businesses, they just poured love into me. And it showed me which side I should actually be listening to.
And I'll give you a big tip here too, because Kanye West does this. You notice you can tell when Kanye West is making an album, we don't hear from him. But when he's about to release it, he makes a very bold statement called polarizing content, but he has brand authority. So he pisses off 40% of the people and pleases the other 60. 100% of people talk about him. Jake Paul does it.
Yep.
Logan Paul does it. It's the art of polarity.
Wow.
But you're addressing both points. But it's like you had entrepreneurs and people, but you know you were both, and now you're relating to both, and both commented, even though some had hate, I bet it was 40%, and the love was 60. Like you just unlocked like Kanye West's marketing model.
That's insane.
Yeah, but it's like you have to be bold to make that move because it's like, yes, you get all the comments, but what do you do with the negative ones? It's like, number one, don't read them, don't engage with it, or pour a love on them, and they'll be like, damn, I fucking tried to trigger him, and he's giving me love back. So, dude, we got a minute and a half. Let's go ahead and close this up. I think that's a good ending, dude. I love that. So, Cristian Aguilar, right?
Yeah.
What is your handles? So these will be in the description box below, but go ahead and tell people like your TikTok, your YouTube, if you have it yet. If you don't, we'll work on that.
Yeah. So my Instagram is ChristianAguilar.ai, and I just uploaded my first YouTube video. I built a research and ideation content creation machine, and I explained how I used Manus to build that. So we'll go ahead and drop that video in the link so that that way they're able to go ahead and watch it.
Cool.
But that YouTube handle I believe is Christian.AustinAI.
Cool.
I'm not sure about that handle.
If not, I'll find it. I'll put it in the description box.
I have previous YouTube videos on there, but yeah, that video is so worth it. If you're a business owner and you want to like really amplify your AI use, you will get a lot of value from watching that video.
Perfect. Well, thank you, man. We got to close it out.